Do you have that one friend that is constantly sharing a new story with you? No matter where you are in life, they always have some sort of new crisis to inform you of. I am that friend. I don't want to be that friend, but somehow there is always chaos happening in my life, and I will say part of that is probably just being an autistic adult living alone. I had planned on doing this video, but absolutely did not plan on doing it as soon as I am going to be. So what I'm going to call this is collection and chaos. I'll do like another, portion of the title that will hopefully inspire you to click on this video, but I am basically packing up my entire retro tech collection, which I just picked the cool pieces here, the boxes that I kept, so I had something fun to put in the background. But there's actually like nothing fun about this because I essentially have to pack up several years worth of collecting in less than 30 days so I can move to this new apartment. I timestamp all my videos, so if you don't want to hear me rant and rave, you definitely don't have to listen to it, but I'm just going to quickly explain to y'all how I ended up in this situation. One, it was due to poor planning on my behalf, but two, and mostly two, this was completely out of my control. We had a ton of rain come in, flash floods, all of that stuff, basically remnants from the hurricane that happened earlier. I don't know when this video is going to go up, but when I'm filming this, it's in August. And basically, a couple days later, I was getting ready for bed and I laid my head on the pillow and I was like, it smells really, really moldy and musty here. I'm very confused. And I ended up kind of moving some stuff around, looking around. There was like some artwork on the wall, and basically I found a crap ton of mold growing on my walls. There's also a bunch of cracks in the ceiling because I live next to several freight trains that shake and rattle the building. It's like a mini earthquake several times a day, which also makes filming incredibly irritating. And I've also had mold problems before this. I mentioned it in one of my older videos talking about CRTs, and I had mentioned then that I was doing some repairs on my air conditioning unit because if you're a renter, I'm sorry, you can relate to this, but usually what happens is you kind of call maintenance and they just sort of say like, oh, it's all in your head, or just like, oh, wipe it off with a towel. But I'm very, very sensitive to these kind of things, like mold, allergens, all of that kind of crap. So I have literally been fighting for my life in this apartment. I'm not saying that it's killing me or being like, I'm not saying that I'm gonna die from this, but it is very inconvenient and annoying, and I'm sick of feeling like crap. So my lease renewal was coming up. I had planned on renewing it for like a shorter period of time, and I was like, you know what? We're not risking it with the tapes. I'm pretty sure the kind of mold that forms on VHS is different than the kind of mold that I've been experiencing in my apartment. But I also have 3 little rabbits, and they have very delicate, tiny little respiratory systems, and I just don't want to risk it. So I'm in a bit of an uncomfortable position where I have to move like yesterday. Like, we got to start yesterday. This is not my first move. I have done several moves in my lifetime. I've done several out-of-state moves, and I pretty much have it down to a science. But the problem in this scenario is, one, ever since I started this YouTube channel, I have collected a significantly more amount of, I have a lot more crap, okay? Now that I do Yasmin Collects, I have a lot more crap here. I mean, crap that I love, but still stuff that takes up space. And two, anytime that I've moved, I've never moved at the last minute. I have always known at least 6 months in advance that I was going to move out. So I basically will start the packing process months in advance. I'll do like 1 or 2 boxes a day, and I will just kind of do it that way so it's not a bunch of stress. We don't get that luxury. We don't get that luxury. So what we're gonna do today, I'm going to basically combine a bunch of clips throughout this experience, basically showing you what I'm packing up, and at the same time sharing with you my retro tech collection. I've wanted to do a collection video for a long time, but I just haven't because I don't have like a room dedicated to this stuff. I live in small apartments. I live in a city. I don't have like a house. I mean, that's the dream. I would love to have a house, but my student loans say otherwise. But I would love to have a house that is dedicated to retro tech. I would love like a man cave. I've always wanted a man cave, okay? Just like a dark room for me to sit down and watch movies movies and enjoy my old stuff, but that is just not part of my life right now. Putting together all these clips, I hope that I can show you guys what I have in one foul swoop. I will be going through things, probably not in too much detail because I have a lot of stuff. So think of this as like a collection video slash, I guess, like, I don't really think this is a moving video because I'm not going to be showing y'all much of the final, like, I'm not gonna like give you an apartment tour or anything like that. If you are interested in seeing some of the older stuff that I have, tech, computers, tapes, otherwise, if you've ever wondered, do I have this thing in my collection? You're about to find out because we're gonna go through everything together. Ah yes, back in the day when I roller skated for 5 minutes. Starting from the top up here, I'm gonna go quickly, but I'm gonna list them all. So we have a Maxell VHS C to regular VHS adapter. We have a violin tutorial from Warner Video. This is available on my archive channel. Want more info on that, you can check out my YouTube channel page. A Day with Horses from Real Animals, another one that's archived. Alaska, Voices from the Ice. Oop, you will see that I have a lot of Alaska related content. I actually don't know why. Carolina Panthers 1997 official NFL team video. Never watched that, but I do have it. Disney sing-along songs. I'm gonna pull all of them. I have 3. There's another one that's like in the back somewhere, but I love these little sing-along songs. There's just something about them, very nostalgic. We also have Eyewitness Desert, National Geographic, 30 years of National Geographic specials. Never watched that one either. Actually, there's quite a few of these I've never watched. Elmo Saves Christmas. I'm saving this for Christmas. Apollo 13. This is a test tape. The Englishman. Another test tape. 16 Candles. Just for my collection, because I actually literally hate that movie. I've mentioned before, but for my collection. Animals of the Alaska Zoo. One of my favorite tapes. My own tape. This is a TDK recordable tape with Michael Jackson's different music videos on there. Men in Black. I have no idea why. I've never watched that. Madeline. This one is still... Oh, it's not sealed. No, it's not sealed, but here it is. I haven't watched it, but it's Madeline. Safety with Dogs from the AKC. It's like weird purebred propaganda. I kind of love it. Elton John. My 80s VCR damaged this tape, but it still kind of works. Big Daddy. I literally have no idea what I was thinking when I bought this. I was probably impulse purchasing. Casper and Friends. Still haven't watched this, but I've seen this particular episode with the elephant that has the feathers stuck in his nose. Spoiler alert. We have Pups Christmas. These kind of look like the Animaniacs, which is why I wanted to get it. Katie and the Caterpillar Kids. I mean, a $2 Dollar General tape. Of course, I have to have that. I haven't watched it yet, but I don't even know if it's ever been watched. It's in really stellar condition. I have to watch these. Like when I settle down, I have to do this. Little Bear Summertime Tales. Wow, I have more than I realized. Woo! Oh. Rookie mistake. Cat in the Hat. I don't really like the Cat in the Hat, but I do have 2 copies from... Oh my God. Now I'm dropping things. The Breakfast Club. I actually adore this movie. This is one that I really like. I watch this one all the time. Another weird AKC propaganda video. Secrets of Blackjack. Just like weird tutorial videos that I find intriguing. Insights and Answers for Better Living. This is actually a weird promotional tape for like colorectal dysfunctional disorders, I think. I don't know. I thought it was cool. We have, this is a compost twin product tutorial video. It's in terrible condition, but I did archive it, but for some reason I feel like I haven't uploaded that one. We have PGA Tour Golf. I think I only have the first part. A Little Bear, again, just a different version, and these are some of the orange tapes that I have. We also have Kipper Cuddly Critters. We love this one. My partner and I watch this one to go to sleep. The Rainbow Fish. This is such a fun story. Waiting to Exhale. This is sealed. I just bought it because I really liked this Walmart sticker. I've never opened it. I don't think I'm gonna. It's just like a sealed tape. I'm not really like super into sealed tapes. Like I don't actively look for them, but if I do see one, you know, I'll pick it up. We also have Share Fitness, A New Attitude. This one is hella damaged. The audio is like completely screwed up, which sucks because she looks so slay in that one. Hocus Pocus. I've never seen this movie, but I really want to, which is why I bought it. Eyewitness Bird. This is another Eyewitness one. I don't think I've actually watched this one. There's actually, I don't know. There's one Eyewitness tape that I have watched and another one that I haven't. We also have The Mouse and the Motorcycle, ABC Kid Time. I really have a special place in my heart for these like weird kid-related content. We also have 2 different Arthur tapes, Pet Business and First Sleepover, Random House Video, one of my favorite logo intros, Stuff That's Gone. This is a Pittsburgh documentary. It's really cool. This is archived on my channel, one of my highest viewed videos on the archive channel. I really recommend you watch this because it's a really cool video. We also have Pretty Woman. Everyone has Pretty Woman. I really like the movie, so I like having it on tape. We also have Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation. Again, Waiting for Christmas. Legally Blonde. How I've never watched this on tape is actually stupid because I love this movie, but I do have it. There's the other Disney sing-along songs. I kept this one in the back probably because the casing is damaged. I'm running out of space. We have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I bought this just because I wanted to be a rebel. I was not allowed to watch Harry Potter as a kid because it was like witchcraft, so I've never watched Harry Potter. I don't know anything about Harry Potter, but I thought it was cool to have. Life of the Party. This is a weird QVC tutorial tape that is also archived on my channel. If you're interested, let's keep going down the line. We have VeggieTales, Esther, The Girl Who Would Be Queen. This is a cool one. Haven't watched this either, but it's just kind of cool to have. Shania Twain. These are from my most recent Thrift With Me video, so I haven't watched any of them, but this one is cool to have. We also have Vanilla Ice. Play that funky music, white boy. We also have Dancing and Romancing. This is a 2-part tutorial tape. I really just love these tutorial tapes. They're very relaxing. I also have this big box set. I don't know if I'll ever watch this because this is a type of history documentary that like your grandma watches and you fall asleep. So I have no idea if I'm going to keep this around like watch wise, but display wise, it's really gorgeous. And it was a really good price. I bought it brand new. Now we're getting into my tapes that are, wow, boxed up. So they're not in that paper casing, they're in these harder plastic cases, so it looks like there's more here than there actually is. We have Maisie's ABC, Count with Maisie, Barney, You Can Be Anything. As you can see, I have a special interest in children's content. We also have Teacher to Teacher. This is using MIDI in the music classroom. I've also archived this. I also had a recent subscriber ask me about this series of crystal videos, so I'm just going to go through these as well. They're all archived on my channel. Sorry for plugging, but if you want to watch them, they exist. Aboriginal Art, How to Create, Principles of Design, one of my favorite. Tessellations, how to create them, paper weaving. This one is in really bad condition, but I still archived it anyways. And then Mobile by Alexander Calder. This is the oldest tape I own. It is from 1979. That is by far the oldest tape in my collection. All right. We have Monsters, Inc. This is a super cool one. It is a blue tape, still has the packaging in it, like the little card and stuff, and the tape is that bright blue color. Really, really cool. I've actually never seen Monsters, Inc. all the way through. At least I don't remember seeing it all the way through. Aristocats, Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. Cinderella, another classic. I really like the Disney classics. I'm not super into like whatever's going on now, but I love like Snow White as well. One of my favorite movies. Chicken Run. I have no idea why I bought this. This was one also where I'm like literally, I hate that kind of animation, so why I bought that is legitimately beyond me. Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, the movie that came out before the TV series. Highly recommend. It is a very cute movie. Walt Disney's Fantasia. I have 2 brand new copies. This is an inside joke between my friend and I. We have too much footage to cover to explain that now, but if you're interested, maybe one day. Cats and Dogs, another Warner Brothers classic. This is a fab movie. I really like this movie. We also have Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas and also Mickey's Magical Christmas. I have really weird memories associated with this particular piece of content. I really want to watch it, but I don't know if I can do that without having a legitimate mental breakdown. Also, this one is blue, which is cool. So Those are there. We also have The Wizard of Oz, which I watched for the first time a couple months ago. Really weird movie, but I love Judy Garland. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, another weird emotional tape for me. Honestly, I don't even know why I own that. It's some sort of sick part of me that keeps it. We have Barbie and the Nutcracker. I freaking love the Barbie movies. Y'all are gonna see that soon. I've got a zillion of them on DVD. Winnie the Pooh and Christmas 2. I love me some Winnie the Pooh. Mary-Kate and Ashley, Passport to Paris. I've never watched this either, but I really should. Blue's Clues, Blue's Big Musical Movie. Haven't watched that. Tom and Jerry, Pause for a Holiday. I have a lot of Christmas tapes. I've literally been specifically saving them for Christmas because I just think the magic would be better that way. And then we also have The Tale of Peter Rabbit. So those are all of the tapes. Let me put this stuff in the box because I totally ran out of space in that little bin, and then we can go over the DVDs. Okay, next we have DVDs. There's more, like I said, but let's just start here. So, oh, there's a couple tapes I missed. These are some old recorded tapes from, I don't know, just a bunch of recorded tapes. This is a Pixter that I have to fix the corroded battery casing. Hopefully video coming on that. Twist and Go styling video. This one is also really cool as well. I think those are all the tapes unless I'm missing stuff. So now we've got some DVDs. We have Michael Jackson's This Is It. I found this in a Dollar Tree. I was on vacation this year, which was really cool. Burlesque, great musical. This is a Windows 7 professional disc because I do kind of lump those together. I also have Seinfeld Volume 1, Volume 2. So this is seasons 1 through 3, I think. What is this? This is Tabler's 21 Electronic Medical Dictionary. It's a DVD for computers. I have like a weird fascination with like medical stuff. I don't know why. Just one of those things. I also have Talladega Nights, Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Oh, what a fab movie. Just trashy 2000s goodness. I also have several seasons of Trailer Park Boys. My boyfriend bought these for me for my birthday. All of the discs have disc rot. He bought it off of like some odd website. He really tried his best, and I was like, love you so much. I'll keep them even though they're rotted. He really did try with that one. We also have Easy A, another 2000s classic. This is season 1 of SpongeBob. I'm pretty sure these have disc rot too, but I keep them anyways. We also have a Planet Earth series, something I really do want to watch as well. 2 seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm, the 1st and the 4th season. A really weird array, but I just pick up what I can at the thrift store. A Maxell CD lens cleaner. We have the first Shrek movie for obvious reasons. We also have, this is a weird dollar store find. I don't know why I bought this, but I like saw Rainn Wilson and it just seems like a really weird, like kitschy movie. Again, something I plan on watching. We also have America's National Park Collection, Baby Wildlife. This is one you see as a demo in my videos quite a bit. The Wind in the Willows, the movie. I used to love The Wind in the Willows. Animal Discovery Fun for Kids, property of Catawba County Schools. I also have a weird thing with school-related material. Disney Pixar's Cars. Ugh, another classic. Come on, Route 66. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I like loved this movie as a kid, and now it scares the heck out of me, but like I still kind of love it. Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa. Charlie's Angels for obvious reasons. Cabaret for obvious reasons. Uptown Girls. Still haven't watched this movie, but I want to. Napoleon Dynamite. I actually have 2 copies of this because this one is a little rotted as well, but it came from Kmart, so I keep anything that comes from Kmart. It's the Easter Beagle, Charlie Brown. Don't know why I bought that. Some of these, you know, you go to the thrift store and you just buy weird stuff. Christina Aguilera, My Reflection. Found that at the dollar store too. Deal or No Deal. Come on, Howie. It's a DVD game and it's really fun. Austin Powers Gold Member, because of course this is a fab movie. Groovy, baby. We also have Legally Blonde again. I have it on DVD. and on tape. I don't actually have as many DVDs as I thought I did. I also have a couple cassettes here. I think this is all I have. Maybe there's more hiding around somewhere, but we have Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair, should be Songs from the Big Hair, hello 80s. We also have Mariah Carey Emotions and Mariah Carey, just her self-titled album. I really love Mariah Carey. When I do drag, I do a lot of Mariah Carey numbers because she is the coolest gal around. I also have 2 tapes without a case. Well, there's actually more tapes. They are in a different case because they are either molded, damaged, or they're like really messed up test tapes that I use for VCRs that like aren't damaged, or not aren't damaged, that I use them for test tapes. All of the tapes that I have that are kind of moldy are not like I'm talking like a speck of dust that could be mold, because I'm really picky about that kind of stuff because I'm weird about mold. So it's very stressful that my apartment had water damage, but we're moving on. I'm just trying to move on from it. But this is Creepy as Capers. I had a case for this, but I used it to kill a roach. It was a very last minute decision. I was terrified, so I threw the case away because ew. And then we also have Space Jam. This is also a test tape that I like to use. And that is pretty much this entire shelf. We have a couple other things up here. Windows XP Home Edition and Professional. This has been around because I'm working on that Sony Vaio, and these are some random, just like stray discs for some reason, but I have those. I also have Web Easy 7. It's like a 2000s website builder. I did a video on this as well if you're interested. I'm just gonna keep mentioning that. You don't have to watch them, but they're there if you're curious. And then I have Family Guy seasons 1 and 2. I'd like to get more seasons because this is my favorite, like, need to fall asleep show. It's so trashy and problematic, and something about that just calms my brain. Going down here next, these are all of my CDs and CD-ROMs. I lumped these together because also I just looked at this Curb Your Enthusiasm cover, and it's literally just Larry David, and it actually scared the crap out of me. Talk about a jump scare. But yeah, I just keep it all together because it's easier. I really think down the line, I want to probably sell all of these like misc shelvings that I have and just get one shelf that holds everything, because I think I'm actually defeating the purpose by having all of these like random thrifted shelves instead of just getting like one really big tall one that will encase everything. I think that's probably what's gonna happen. But these are like the first things that I want out of the apartment. I want my bed, my rabbits, and my retro tech. Everything else, I'm not really that concerned about getting over there. So we have Oregon Trail 4th edition, Sim City expansion pack, and then the original Sims. I've been playing this on my HP Pavilion. It's been a really cool, fun game because I've never done computer gaming before. We also have Rags Kids Club Band. If you watch my videos and hear my demos of like CD players and stuff, you're very familiar with this. Wendy's Curse of the Cheese Pyramid. VeggieTales 2, this one actually I bought it without a disc in it at the thrift store because I didn't realize. Pretty Woman soundtrack, because if you can't tell, I really like that movie. 2 copies of Microsoft Encarta. We have 98 and 97. Hoy Lee card games. I really like playing Solitaire. I haven't downloaded that on a PC yet though. There's like, I have to do this as well. I have like a lot of retro tech chores. I'm sure if you're into this hobby as well, you just have chores and little things that pop up where I'm like, yeah, you know, like I gotta fix the corrosion on this, I gotta install this, I gotta get that done. And you know, I do this when I have time. So, you know, I'm gonna say all these projects, but I have no idea when they're gonna happen. Finally, we have a CD, Muse Random 1 through 8. This is a Japanese exclusive release, and this actually came around their first album. These are some really amazing B-sides, and like, look at him rocking out. One of my favorite bands. This is a Michael Jackson Dangerous CD, but it actually has the Random 1 through 8 in there because I have a really bad habit of not putting CDs in the right case when I play them in the car. Christine Kane, I don't know who she is, but I just felt connected to that. Kenny G Live, Britney Spears Circus, Pure Disco, another CD that I accidentally bought without any disc in it. Clifford the Dog reading disc. Kenny G, Gravity, a classic. Radiohead, this is a Creep single that I bought at Amoeba Music in California. Rest in peace, Amoeba Music. Usher, Confessions, Arctic Monkeys, whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. Sleep Soundly, I don't know why I have this either, to be completely honest with you. We also have Motown Classic, Jackson 5 Greatest Hits. Mariah Carey again, MTV Unplugged. This one is epic. I haven't listened to it yet, but I want to. 20 Best of the 80s soundtrack, Blues Clues, Reading Time, Activities, Time Multimedia Almanac, a multimedia journey through the 7 decades of time. John Denver's Greatest Hits, because, of course, Fake Plastic Trees single from Radiohead, another Amoeba Music purchase. Lady Gaga, Born This Way, this is a single. SpongeBob SquarePants Typing, this is actually such a fun game. I personally really like typing games. 40 Best Windows 95 Games. A Charlie Brown Christmas, this includes the CD and the DVD soundtrack, because I really like the piano score from A Charlie Brown Christmas. And then this is a case for that 80s collection that I think just fell. We also have another Radiohead single. I really like Radiohead, if you can't tell. This is Airbag / How Am I Driving. This one is so whack. Like, the art is so dark and weird, and I really like that. Mariah Carey, Daydream. Master Clips, 250,000. Some weird thing I bought because I was trying to skirt copyright by getting these like niche CDs, but somehow this also got copyright written. 10,000 drink recipes from CompUSA. I thrifted this, but anytime I see a CompUSA sticker, I'm grabbing it. Pandora's Box, some puzzle games I'll probably never play. Reading Development Library 3 from Reader Rabbits. Janet Jackson, this is her self-titled Janet album. In the Thunder and Rain, that one. We have a bunch of portable jewel cases. These are for when I make stuff for my friends. And then we also have, like, this is just a pile of jewel cases down there. Then we go down here, and this is where I keep all of my video games, so Wii games and stuff like that. I really don't play video games as much as you might think. Mostly because, God, I don't have time. Being an adult, what even is it? So we have a box here. This is mostly Wii games, but some of them are GameCube, such as this one, The Incredibles. We have, I'm going to not pull them out because I'm going to keep them in here, but I'm going to go through them. We have Pet Dogs 2, World of Zoo, Family Feud 2010 edition. I love these like crappy game show games. I love to play these with my friends. Like, they're always sort of hesitant, but once we start playing, it is literally hilarious. So we have Family Feud, Deal or No Deal. This is Super Mario Galaxy. My friend bought me this, which was so nice of her as like a gift. Jeopardy, that's one of my favorites. SpongeBob SquarePants, Creature from the Krusty Krab. This is literally one of the worst Wii games I've ever played in my life. It's almost unplayable. Club Penguin Game Day, another Family Feud. I guess I have 2010 and 2012. I didn't know that. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, 2008 edition, I think. We play Sims Castaway. I never played that. Madagascar Kart. This one is absolutely wild. If you want to like seriously go nuts, Madagascar Kart is very fun. We also have the classic Wii Sports, Michael Jackson The Experience. This is like a prized possession of mine. And also A Littlest Pet Shop, which is another one of my favorite Wii games. If this video wasn't going to be 10,000 years long, I would show you the toys that I have too. But like, genuinely, this video, I don't know how long it's going to be, but I think this video would be 3 hours if I showed all of that and actually talked about it. I'd probably get really sick of it. We also have a hodgepodge, a hodgepodge of PS2 and PS3 games. We have Barbie is the Island Princess, Little Big Planet, LA Noire. These three here are all my partner's PS3 games. He gave me his PS3 to work on and repair. It's like his childhood thing, so I kind of keep them for him. I don't play them. NCAA Football 2014, GTA, Africa, Sims 2, and then SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of The Flying Dutchman, because I also love me some SpongeBob. We then also have Mario Kart Wii, because that's a classic and a requirement if you own a Wii. And also another requirement is new Super Mario Brothers Wii. Here are some more DVDs. I thought that I only had Barbie DVDs over there, but it turns out I have a bunch of other stuff that I like to watch. Just another testament as to why I need to do storage differently, because it is very wild to not even know that I have this stuff. But we have Seinfeld Season 5. I really like Seinfeld. We have Night at the Museum, Napoleon Dynamite again. This is the good copy that I watch. Office Season 2, Scooby-Doo 1 and 2, iconic 2000 movies, Superbad, unrated extended edition. I love Superbad. It's such a good movie. Mean Girls, Looney Tunes Center Stage, The SpongeBob SquarePants Movie, Scooby-Doo's Spookiest Tales, Scooby-Doo's Which is Which, Bugs Bunny, and Bugs Bunny Bond Rally. I really enjoy Bugs Bunny as well. And then we have all of these Barbie movies. So we have Barbie, what is this? Princess Pop Star, Swan Lake, Princess Charm School, A Fashion Fairy Tale, A Mermaid Tale, Magic of the Pegasus, Princess and the Pauper. Come on, that's a classic. Mariposa, The Island Princess, Thumbelina. Down there is Perfect Christmas, Mermaid's Tale 2, what does that say? The Three Musketeers, Fairytopia, another great one. And then we also have SpongeBob and Friends. As you can tell, I really like SpongeBob. And then these are the Family Guy DVDs. I keep the boxes and like the actual little DVD separate. So yeah, I actually had even more than I thought. Okay, and we're here at the final spot of where I keep the rest of my physical media. This is like the purgatory case, as I explained. This is a vintage 70s style like case sort of thing. It has like glass doors. It's pretty cute. And this is where I keep some of my questionable tapes where like I'm just not sold on them being in the best condition. I also keep some of my childhood tapes in here because they're in probably the worst condition. They traveled in a hot car. They've been across the country, so it's like they're a little bit rough around the edges, but I keep them for nostalgic purposes. So we have another PGA golf video. I bought this just to archive all of them. We have the Parent Trap. I use this one as a test sometimes. We have this Eagle Video, which this is a grocery store chain from Pittsburgh, where I'm from. And they used to have like their own video rental service. So this box is very sentimental to me. And then it just has Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase in there, which I still want to review that movie. I said that like a year ago, but I still do. We also have great images of Alaska. I told you I've got a lot of Alaska stuff. Cat in the Hat. I hate this version. This is this the one? No, this is the one I like. The other one in the other case is in better condition, but I truly hate it. Like the Cat in the Hat. I'm not going to complain about the Cat in the Hat again, but I really don't like that guy. We also have this T20 focal, another recorded TV tape that I've archived on my channel. Another Alaska tape. I don't know why. I find Alaska tapes everywhere, not just where I live now, the current state, but like any like state I've been in, even just for fun traveling stuff. I always find Alaska tapes. Let me know if you also find them. Another How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I don't know. Another Alaska tape. This one goes to this one right here. It's like a double box set, but for some reason something else is in here. What is in here is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. This is like in horrendous condition, but again, it's a childhood tape, so it stays. We've got a couple naked tapes as well that don't have any casings, and then the rest of the stuff back here is books. Stuart Little, which came from that CRT that I thought didn't have anything in it. Another How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We're just going to move on. Care Bears the Movie 2. And then up here, I have this old Panasonic play pack. This is like a motorized VHS-C to VHS converter. My parents gave this to me as well. It's corroded. It's in bad condition. It doesn't work, but I keep it for sentimental reasons. And then I have this random Sony mini DV. I have no idea what is on this. I don't know much about this format, but I saw it at a thrift store and just had to have it. And then, yes, that is one of my rabbit's urns. One of my rabbits passed away several years ago, and it was very sad. And then one thing I also do want to share, this is not technically tech, but it is retro, so I'll go over it. I do collect vintage magazines. I have a couple that are framed up, but I do also have, so this People magazine that I bought, this is a modern People magazine, and I just thought it was cool because it has like questions and trivia and stuff. I think I probably want to like cut out some of these pictures and like hang them up because I've got like some really cool pictures of like Cyndi Lauper, Boy George. There is Freddie Mercury, just some cool stuff there. We also have a Life magazine about the mafia. Blank. I don't want to get demonetized. YouTube is so much fun. And then we also have an original magazine from when Michael Jackson did We Are the World, which is just one of the coolest things I own. This is what all of my physical media looks like in laundry baskets, because that's the kind of storage medium we're doing, I guess. This is a lot of physical media. It is kind of crazy to see it all like this. This is all the stuff that I've pretty much accumulated within, honestly, several months, because I haven't been collecting physical media for all that long. Oh my goodness, here we are in the new place. Come through. Is this not so wonderful? I got this hyper tough display shelving unit thing from Walmart to properly display all of my retro tech. Some of this is not out here, like I have my Sony Vaio in the closet just because I couldn't fit everything on here, but I did move to a studio. This is a much smaller space than what I had before, which honestly I've kind of been loving it. So we've already gone through the DVDs and the tapes and the video games and such, but there actually is some more physical media for us to talk about, which I completely forgot about, and it is some of the tapes in here. Also, I'm in the middle of trying to mount this TV that I have. I've never mounted a TV before. I had no idea how difficult it was, and as you can see, I didn't have the tools to properly mount it there. So that is still in progress, but I do have a little casing here for cassettes. I don't really use cassettes like that. I have the means to like play cassettes, but I just kind of like don't do it. I don't know why. They're just like not my favorite medium. They never have been. Also, there's a bunch of dust on here because it's coming from the wall from the TV mount. But let's pop through here. These are just like these old school, like cheap storage bins. I actually wanted to get some ones for my tapes, but I kind of decided against it because I don't really think they breathe that much, and sometimes that can be a problem. But once again, I don't really use cassettes that much, so in this scenario, it was totally fine. So we have Mariah Carey music box. I have a lot of Mariah Carey physical media. I just really, really like Mariah Carey. We also have Whitney Houston. Which one is this? Ah, yes, this is her debut album, I believe. Saving all my love for you. Great album. We also have the best of Judy Garland, Love Me Some Judy. Janet Jackson, That's the Way Love Goes. This is a single. Does she not look so gorge here? And then it's literally just that song, and then on the back there's like a karaoke version of it as well, so that's cool. We also have a Prism audio cassette. This one is unopened, and I don't think I'm going to open it. I do have another one in here right next to it. If you watched my video, I can't remember if it was the Barbie cassette player. No, I think it was the Toshiba up there, the green one. I did a video about like that boombox in general. It's the little boombox that could, and then I also touched on the ability to record to cassette on there. So I ended up putting some of my own music on here. I used to just like kind of mess around and make music. Don't really do that anymore, but I did at one point. We also have Senior Prom. This is literally such a cool tape. It's just got like a bunch of old school music on there, and it's like one of those like playlists that just kind of, I don't know, makes me feel like I'm like a vintage bombshell or something like that. Same with Remembering the 50s, just like a bunch of music from the 50s. We also have A String of Pearls, Great Stars from the 40s. This one is a really awesome too. Just again, like old school music on cassette. And then I also have Life of the Party. This matches that QVC tape that I showed y'all that has a bunch of dance tutorials in it. So that is one section. Next section here, we have God of My Praise. I don't know why I bought this. I think it was just like because it was $1, and like I love that Kelly green background and the like funny glamour shot. I really want to go to JCPenney and get some like professional headshots of myself and also like my partner, but also like literally just me because I'm crazy like that. I just like want them in the apartment because I feel like that's so 90s and funny. What is this? I don't know. I just don't know. John Cougar Mellencamp, like literally when did I buy these? I actually don't know. I think I might have just like blacked out when I got some of this. Like this is all like religious stuff. Columbus? Legitimately, I think I bought these to like record over, honestly. Like this is Christmas, Billy Joel, which I don't listen to. The jazz one I think I might like, but it doesn't work. Like the tape is damaged, so I don't know, that's like weird. Mariah Carey Emotions, more Mariah. I think I already showed these earlier, the Tears for Fears, which I recently did a drag performance. It was all Tears for Fears. It was like a mix. I did a Shout, Head Over Heels, and then Everybody Wants to Rule the World. It was really fun, and the audience actually got the reference, which was cool as well. And then we also just have Mariah Carey's debut album as well. I think I already went over those though, so I'm pretty sure that is all for physical media. I don't know because I filmed that other section literally like a month ago, so who knows. If I'm forgetting something, then you know, I guess I'm forgetting something. Let's continue on though. I'm just going to go through this shelf and kind of show you everything because I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it. So first of all, we have my daily driver VCR. This is the Panasonic PV4520. This is an OmniVision VHS, not VHS player. Oh my God, cringe. VCR. I'm rusty, you know. But I mainly use this one at this point to convert my my tapes to digital. I know that like lots of people, including like V Westlife, really hate the Elgato converter, but honestly, it's what's in my price range. It's easy, it works every time, and honestly, I just refuse to be swayed in this way. Like I just really like it. Y'all watch my archive channel. I don't usually hear a lot of complaints. In fact, I never do because it's like better than nothing. So yeah, this one is in really, really good condition. I did a whole video on this. It is kind of what like set my channel off and got me on the map. So forever grateful for that, and also really love this VCR. We also have, this is my newest one, and this actually isn't mine. It is one of my friends' VCR DVD combos, and I have promised to repair it for them because their VCR side is eating tapes. But this is a Philips. Looks like the model is DVP3340V. This is actually a really cool one. It was manufactured in 2007, so a year later than my Magnavox combo, which we all know I have a sentimental attachment to, but is one of the worst VCRs out there, and it's always the one that's like being sold on Amazon for a ridiculous amount of money. But I haven't used this at all. I don't even know if the DVD player works, but I do have plans to work on service and do a video about this one. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see the inside there, but apparently it eats tapes. So we are definitely going to be working on that at some point when I get a chance. We also have my Memorex Combo CRT. This is a VCR CRT combo. Also, hello, you can see me in the reflection. This VCR does work. I bought this almost brand new. It's also a video on my channel if you want me to go fully in depth. I really enjoy this one. It's just kind of like easy. Also, I need to dust everything because stuff's been moved around, and with my new place, it's all like hardwood floor now, and my rabbits are like, their hair is just like freaking getting everywhere, and I need to do something about that. But anyways, this one is in like fabulous condition. It was almost brand new when I got it. Everything functions on it, and I tend to just like use this one if I'm like trying to fall asleep and just like want to pop a tape in. Even though I couldn't go in and service it, it's unused enough where I'm not really like worried about it. We also have a Sony DVD player. This one has HDMI up conversion. It is the DVP SR510H. It's about $25 on Best Buy, maybe even cheaper. I think I got mine open box, and then I've got like the remote that goes with it as well. It's just like a great little DVD player. It's got HDMI up conversion, like I said, so you can plug it directly into a TV, or it still has AV cables as well if you want to use that. But it's just a great DVD player. I have a full video on that as well. We also have this beast of a CRT here. I think this is my most favorite one, just aesthetic wise. It is so pretty. It's cute. It does need a little bit of cleaning, but I bought this off Facebook Marketplace and kind of just like, I don't even know if it turns on. Like, I still haven't plugged it in, but it did come with a remote. Unfortunately, the batteries in here are corroded though, so I think this remote is not going to work. But it's just a Magnavox CRT. We got all of our buttons here. This is a coax only CRT, so it literally only has the coaxial input on the back. I do have cable now, which is really weird to say. It just kind of came with my lease agreement, so I kind of want to do a video featuring the CRT and then also trying to hook it up to modern cable and just kind of see what happens. So stay tuned for that. I paid 25 bucks for it, and I just feel like it's just, out of all of them, like, it is the most aesthetically appealing for sure. Can you stop making noise? Hey, don't bite. You need to stop making noise. Thank you. Next, we have my Broxonic CRT from 2005, or as I lovingly like to call it, my Broke Sonic CRT. This one is honestly the most reliable unit that I have. It has no issues, no whines, no loudness, no problems, no flyback transformer issues. Literally, it is just a reliable little workhorse with a broken volume button. And I do have a remote hooked up to it. It's not the OEM one, but it's just like a generic GE one, complete with electrical tape on the back, because we are a true 90s family here. But yeah, this is a great CRT. The picture, you know, it could be better. It's definitely like a higher hours CRT for sure. Like, the picture is not as bright and vibrant as it once used to be, but I love to use this one for video games. This one down here is just a little bit too small for video games. This is exclusively like I'm falling asleep and I am just having something on in the background. I also have something very cool here that has not yet been featured on my channel. There is a video coming. This is a Pizza Hut themed Walkman. Actually, my subscriber and internet friend Danny McElroy sent this to me, which was so nice. He has his own YouTube channel as well. He does a lot of old school vacuum repair and servicing and a little bit of tech as well. So if you're interested in that type of content, I'm going to link his channel in the description down below. Again, I do have a video coming on this. This is a really, really cool find. It has that old school Pizza Hut logo on it. I believe he said that this might need a new belt, or it's getting to a point where it may need one. So I haven't serviced it or anything yet, but I was excited to get it transferred over to the new apartment. We also have the HP Pavilion, one of the favorites on the channel. Natively runs Windows 7 or Windows Vista, but it currently has Windows XP on it. It's just a fun PC tower, one of my computers here. And then moving on up here, we have all of my VCRs and DVD players. So first of all, we have an 80s VCR. This is the Quasar Quartz Tuner. I don't know why, I'm just reading off the list and hoping that it sounds good. I did a full video on this. This is my oldest VCR by far. It mostly works. There are like a little bit of quirks to it, and I think this one needs a new pinch roller, which I just haven't done. But especially considering the age, this is one of the best looking VCRs of this era that I've seen. And yeah, I don't use this one too much, but it's just something that I really like to have in the collection. I also have the Mitsubishi HSU F45. This is another VCR I've done the video on. I think this one needs belts as well. It either needs a belt or... No, I think it is a belt, because sometimes it doesn't want to rewind, but it does still play the tapes just fine. It also has this AC400 really cool kind of logo on it, and it's just kind of cool to have a Mitsubishi in general. We also have my Magnavox combo unit here, you know, my Achilles heel and low-key the bane of my existence, but I sort of just use this one as a reference point, and I think maybe at one point this will become a donor VCR if I can't find certain parts.
you know, we'll see what happens. But this was my first VCR. It's also my oldest one from 2008. I thought it was kind of cool to have my oldest and my newest one right next to each other, so in terms of age, so that's kind of cool. We also have this JVC XVD701 DVD player. This is from 1999. It's a much older video of mine, but I highly recommend that you watch this one because this is one of the most unique pieces of tech that I own. It has a lot of really cool special features that you just don't see in a modern DVD player. There's a lot of like fun and whimsy to it, so highly recommend that video. I also have an Onico DVD player. I have these stacked because one, this JVC is super heavy. Two, this Onico one does not work. I got this from a liquidated Sam Ash store. Just as kind of like a memory, so it doesn't work. I don't know if I'll ever service it, but I just kind of have it. And then up there, I have my Toshiba boombox that I talked about earlier. I have a full video on this as well. This one honestly is very utilitarian. I do find myself oftentimes just using this as like an aux, or I'll plug a CD in and just kind of take it around the house. So that is something as well. Also, I don't think I showed you all of my other remotes. So this is the light tower remote that correlates with my Panasonic VCR. This is definitely my favorite remote. One, because I pretty much had an exact remote like this as a child, but two, it's just like so nice. The buttons are really cute. It's very like easy to hold and intuitive, so I love that remote. I think I showed you the other ones, the GE, and then the one that goes to my DVD player, and then the Magnavox one that is unfortunately corroded. On the ground here, we have my Lenovo ThinkPad T440p. This is from, I think, around 2016. I purchased it secondhand, and it currently has Kubuntu on it. I use this to edit my YouTube videos and do all of my internet stuff. The trackpad is really going on this, although maybe it's like Linux that's the problem, because it's kind of fine right now. I don't know. Sometimes it's trackpad is finicky, so I always have an external mouse or something like that. I do have plans, again, I'm gonna say this 1,000 times, I have plans on making a video about this ThinkPad because I really love it, and I do want to upgrade it at some point, but right now it does everything that I need it to do. It natively ran Windows 7 Professional, so this was definitely someone's business or office computer at some point. And then in here, this is mostly my drag closet, as you can see by my flamboyant outfits in here, but I also do have my Sony Vaio. This is the PCV W500 that I'm currently working on. I was literally so close to finishing this video, and then like the damage and the need to move happened like right at the same time, so it is coming. The Nostalgia Mall literally just did a video on, I think it was the PCV W20, so I might have to annoy him and ask if he has a recovery disk, because currently it's just running a regular install of Windows XP, which is fine, but like, you know, I'd like to get the full Vaio experience. I've also maxed out the DDR, so I've maxed it out as much as I can, so I just kind of want to see how it handles the OEM programs. And then in this little shelf, I just have like a bunch of screws and like parts that go to this computer. Up here, I also just have my landlines here. I don't know if I'm gonna end up hanging these up at some point, but like I keep saying, I moved to a much smaller space, which honestly, I thought I would hate. I've lived in bigger apartments my entire life because I was just worried about not having enough space, but honestly, I literally love this place, and like I'm so happy here. I'm so happy to have less space. There's just something really special about that. I don't know, like it's just much easier for my neurodivergent brain to have smaller spaces to clean. But we have this landline here. This one is for Avon. I bought this off of Love Letters from the Past on Instagram. She sells like a bunch of vintage stuff, and she just like sells it straight from Instagram, and her prices are super, super reasonable, so highly recommend. It's just like a unisonic phone actually, but it's got the Avon branding on it. It's in really good condition. There's like a little section here where you can write your numbers and all that stuff. I also have this pretty terracotta one. I really just like the ones that have cool colors, and you can see like the buttons here. This is an AT&T phone. The buttons are a little yellowed, but you know, it's still got a lot of life to it left. And then I have this one back here. This is one, let me like slide this out. This is one that hangs up. This is also AT&T, I think, or no, this is a Radio Shack one. I don't know how I could forget that. But this is one that like I usually have hung up, and you can like pick it up and set it back down to, you know, like answer it. I would love to reconnect my landlines. I have several different like jacks that I could probably put like a landline up in here. I have plans to do it. It's just like, again, one of those things. The projects just pile up and yet the motivation and time is just not there.